I'm a 33-year-old woman, no kids, no husband, financially stable. I run my own consulting firm. Life is quiet, clean, and exactly the way I built it, without a single cent or ounce of support from the family I was born into. I grew up in a mid-sized town in Idaho, the kind of place where everyone knows each other's business before the mail gets delivered. My father, Charles, ran a small chain of hardware stores, not flashy, but solid. The stores were inherited from his father, who was apparently some kind of local legend for building something from nothing. My dad loved that line. He repeated it like a sermon. There were just 4 of us in the house growing up, me, my dad, my mom, and my younger brother, Caleb, who's 2 years younger. From the start, it was clear who the heir was. Caleb was the golden boy. My dad didn't even try to hide it. He was being groomed for leadership by the time he was 12, while I was told to help your mother or stay out of the way. When I was 15, I told my dad I wanted to go to college out of state. His exact words? "I'm not wasting money on a girl's education. Girls go to college just to find a husband." He said it without flinching. My mom just sat at the kitchen table, staring down at her coffee like she could fall in and disappear. She didn't agree. Not really, but she never argued with him either. I think she was afraid of what would happen if she did. So I left at 18, with a full scholarship and a suitcase that barely zipped. I worked nights at a diner and weekends tutoring math. I took out loans. I ate discount ramen and stretched every penny until it screamed. But I made it through. Graduated top of my class. Got an entry-level job in accounting, then worked my way up into corporate finance. 7 years ago, I started my own consulting firm. I now have 6 employees and more clients than I can handle. Not once has anyone in my family acknowledged any of that. Not when I graduated. Not when I landed my first big promotion. Not when I bought my first house at 28. I sent a Christmas card with a photo of my new place that year. Never heard a word back. Meanwhile, Caleb got a car at 16. He got a job at one of the stores right after high school, and by 22, he was already being referred to as the future CEO. My dad gave him everything: access, mentorship, money, even co-signed on his first house. But Caleb never had a clue what he was doing. He hired the wrong people, let shelves go half empty, didn't know how to manage inventory, and thought Facebook ads were a waste of time. It was a mess. The business started slipping a few years ago. The town had changed, people shopped online more, and big box stores were eating into their base. My dad refused to adapt. He called e-commerce a fad and said real business was done face-to-face. That might have worked in 1980, but not anymore. 2 years ago, they came to me. Not for money. At first, they just wanted advice. I spent a week reviewing their books, inventory data, local trends. I put together a full roadmap: rebranding, digital storefront, local partnerships, a targeted marketing strategy. I gave it to them free, tied in a bow. They didn't follow a single recommendation, not one. A few months later, they came back again. This time, asking for a loan. I told them flat out, I don't invest in businesses that don't take me seriously. My father hung up on me. Then came last Thanksgiving. Against my better judgment, I went. I thought maybe my mom wanted me there. Maybe things had thawed. They hadn't. My father stood up to make a toast. He raised his glass to Caleb for keeping the family dream alive. Then he turned to me, smirked, and added, "And thank you for not dragging us down." Nobody said anything. Not my mom, not Caleb. Just silence, as if it was a perfectly normal thing to say to your daughter. I finished my wine, got up, and left without saying goodbye. Drove home in total silence. No music, no podcasts, just the sound of tires on pavement and the growing feeling that something had shifted for good. That was the last